Have you ever imagined a world beneath your feet, a thriving civilization in the dark? Just picture it for a moment, an entire society operating in the shadows, unbeknownst to those walking above. This might sound like a fantasy, or perhaps the plot of a sci-fi flick. But what if I told you that this concept isn't entirely far-fetched? Welcome to the enigmatic world of the mole people. Now, you might be wondering, who or what are mole people? Well, they are individuals or communities who have found their home not in the light of the sun, but in the depths of the earth. Whether out of necessity, desire, or circumstances beyond their control, these people reside in the forgotten, unseen spaces beneath the surface. But why would anyone choose to live in such conditions? What are the challenges they face? What are their stories? Dive deep with us as we explore the hidden world of the mole people. This isn't a new phenomenon. Humans have been living underground for thousands of years. Let's take a walk back in time and discover how our ancestors adapted to underground life. From the very beginning, humans have sought shelter in the belly of the earth. Prehistoric cave dwellers found refuge from the elements and predators in the depths of the earth. These natural caves were the earliest form of underground dwellings. As civilizations evolved, so did the complexity of these dwellings. The ancient city of Cappadocia in Turkey, dating back to the 7th century BC, is a prime example. Entire cities were carved out of the soft volcanic rock, complete with homes, temples, and even stables. These underground cities provided not only shelter, but also a strategic advantage during wars, allowing inhabitants to hide from enemies. The allure of the underground didn't stop at natural caves or man-made cities. Humans began to adapt other subterranean spaces for living. Take the catacombs of Paris, for instance. Initially built as a solution to the city's overflowing cemeteries in the late 18th century, these tunnels later became a refuge for those seeking to escape the chaos of the world above. A community even thrives in these catacombs today, navigating the intricate labyrinth of tunnels. However, these tunnels can pose serious dangers to unaccompanied tourists. It's not uncommon for inexperienced explorers to have their light sources taken away, leaving them lost in complete darkness. The 19th century brought about a new wave of underground dwellings with the advent of industrialization. Abandoned mines and subway tunnels became homes for those who had nowhere else to go. These spaces, a semblance of privacy and protection from the elements, despite their inherent dangers. But it wasn't just about survival. Some saw potential in these underground spaces for a different kind of living. In Australia, people began to build homes in old opal mines to escape the scorching heat. These dugouts, as they're known, offer a cool, energy-efficient alternative to traditional homes. Over time, the reasons for living underground have varied from survival to strategic advantage, from necessity to innovation. Each era has seen a different use of these subterranean spaces, reflecting the changing needs and circumstances of human society. But how does this history translate to the modern era? How are people living underground today? Let's delve deeper into the lives of the modern-day mole people. In the shadows of modern cities, a hidden society thrives. You may walk the streets of bustling metropolises, unaware of the world beneath your feet. This world is inhabited by what some refer to as the mole people, individuals who have found their homes in subway tunnels, sewer systems, and other subterranean spaces. So how do these modern-day mole people survive in these unconventional habitats? Resourcefulness and resilience are key. They adapt to their environment, utilizing the city's waste and discarded items to build their homes and sustain their lives. Everything from leftover food to discarded furniture is repurposed in their underground communities. The city above unknowingly provides for these mole people, their trash becoming someone else's treasure. Their society is far from lawless. In fact, one might be surprised to find that these communities often have their own social structures. They form alliances for protection, divide territories, and even establish norms and rules to maintain order. It's a different world, one that operates unseen and underground. But life beneath the city isn't without its perils. These mole people face a multitude of challenges. The threat of eviction by city officials, the dangers of living in such inhospitable conditions, and the struggle to find food and clean water. Their resilience is tested daily, but they endure, finding ways to navigate the labyrinthine underworld they call home. Yet perhaps the most profound challenge they face is the isolation. Cut off from the world above, these communities are often overlooked and forgotten. They exist on the fringes of society, unseen by the masses that walk the streets above them. The existence of these mole people presents a stark contrast to our surface life. They are a testament to human adaptability and resilience, living in the shadows of our cities, unseen and often unacknowledged. Their story is a poignant reminder of the diverse and complex tapestry of human existence. But what does the future hold for these mole people? Can they continue to exist beneath our bustling cities? These are questions that linger as we delve deeper into the world of the underground. As the surface world becomes more crowded and resources become scarcer, could underground living become more common? Let's explore that. With advancements in technology, we might see more sophisticated subterranean habitats. Imagine cities beneath the earth, complete with shopping centers, parks, and even sunlight, all thanks to advanced lighting systems. But it's not just about feasibility. There are ethical implications too. How would we ensure equality in such a society? Would the mole people be second-class citizens or pioneers of a new way of life? What about the impact on our planet? Drilling into the Earth's crust could have unforeseen consequences. And then there's the psychological aspect. Humans are social creatures, used to the warmth of the sun and the open sky. Could we adapt to life below the surface, or would it take a toll on our mental health? So, could you imagine yourself living beneath the surface as one of the mole people? The world of the mole people is as fascinating as it is mysterious. We've journeyed through time, witnessing the evolution of underground dwellings from primitive burrows to modern subterranean cities. We've seen how, even in today's world, some choose to live beneath the surface, carving out a life in the shadows. We've contemplated the future of these mole people and how their way of life could be a blueprint for survival in uncertain times. Now, we turn to you. Imagine trading the warmth of the sun for the cool confines of an underground world. Picture yourself navigating labyrinthine tunnels instead of bustling city streets. Consider the solitude, the darkness, the unfamiliarity. It's a thought-provoking concept, and one that might not be as far-fetched as it seems. What do you think life would be like as a mole person? Could you adapt to living underground? Share your thoughts in the comments below.